Which one we going to?
That's
You looking at my thighs?
I mean, this is you and Ty. That's Joy.
I was at mine in the chair.
Oh.
So we're rolling.
You ready?
Yes.
Welcome back to another episode of The Real Teachers of Atlanta. I am Nikki.
I am Ty.
I'm Joya.
Hey, Mr. Coleman.
And today we are going to be talking about the rolling back of teacher certification requirements in response to the teacher shortage.
The rolling back.
Rolling it back, lowering the requirements.
We got the queens in the house, y'all. Real teachers of Atlanta. We got the queens in the house, y'all.
All right, so we're talking about teacher certification. They are lowering the requirements to become a teacher and taking out, like, some places now. Some states say, hey, you don't even have to take the core praxis no more. You don't have to take that certified. You go teach.
You're just certified just because of what?
Yeah, you graduated. Good job.
Graduated from what?
School, I hope, Jesus.
So you're saying that they're just literally pulling people off the street.
If anyone to do.
Okay,
it's
so
like
this
I think the college degree should just be enough.
Thank you. If you can read, you can teach science.
I'm not, I was not certified in math. My degree is in IT project management. That's what my undergraduate is in.
I think you should be certified to be a teacher.
I am certified to teach, but I'm saying my undergrad is not in math.
And so you shouldn't teach.
You got people go there, man, to that thing 19 times and beat this instead of blowing money. That thing become a monthly expense trying to pass a damn test.
I would, and that's why I know.
I don't think that's right, though.
Okay, so I do think that there should be like some sort of a refund program. Like, you know how some places, like, if you take the test.
They should offer some resources to help pass that test.
They don't give you shit now.
That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they give you like a little study guide.
No, they don't give you anything. You pay for the material.
Yeah, you pay.
Did I pay for that?
Yeah.
I think I did.
I go to the bookstore and buy math for
You
dummies.
pay for that
I
material.
sure did. You mean, okay, so wait, are we talking about like a teaching program or we're talking about the GACE?
It's like the GACE or the
That's
practice.
part of it.
Certification.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, they're saying now they're
Do
taking
you
away
think
the
it's
core.
necessary for us to have
I don't
one?
think that it's necessary for you to continually take a test. Like, for example, the math portion, when I was getting certified to teach, it was so difficult, math teachers couldn't even pass it. And so the next year, they actually changed the test to make it easier.
We did that at the same time.
I must took that test.
Right.
I took that test and passed it the first time.
I must took that test then.
No,
Yeah,
you
took
that test.
No, she did.
No, she didn't.
Me and Nikki took the harder test.
No,
No, I must took the harder test.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I passed the first time. But the thing is this, because I did my middle school and my high school.
Middle school and high school.
Yeah.
I did both of them.
No, I think
But
that
you teach math. But what we're saying is, for the assessment part one, it's not your content that you're going to.
It was your core.
It's just
you have to
core.
take
You
the
get all
core.
of them.
No, I think if you have a college degree, then you shouldn't have to take
just be enough.
ELA, science, math. That's just a money grab. It's just another opportunity for them to
at first, if you had your master's, you were exempt.
And if you had a certain SAT score, you were exempt.
Yes, but now they're not doing that. But now they're saying, okay, hey, we're going to, since we don't have enough teachers, we're going to take out the requirement for you to know this core. You don't have to take the praxis core no more.
You're talking about the GACE?
Yeah, like the
GACE
some places the praxis, yeah, the GACE for
I agree.
So now that core one, you don't need to take it. That's their answer to teacher choice. Not paying you more, just, hey, in order for you to become a teacher, you don't have to do that.
Now, a teacher certification program like I don't know, like a teaching course, like
getting your certification, yeah.
Like a RISA.
Yeah.
Okay, like a RISA.
I'll tell you off camera why I look like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I worked hard to get my master's. Took that test 9 times.
The master's?
That shit was hard.
My master's was easy. It was
I
writing.
ain't talking about the master's.
You talking about the GACE?
I'm talking about the certification. I didn't take I did mine in Florida.
Now, the certification piece was very
That thing was hard.
what's the word I'm looking for? It was
strenuous.
And I consider myself to be a decent mathematician. And I studied that thing, studied that book, studied that book.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be some crazy stuff.
Mathematicians couldn't even pass it. And I'm not a mathematician.
I felt like the test was fine.
That test was hard.
Well, yeah, some people but I don't think that it's necessary. If you've passed college, you should not have to take all of these different courses.
I don't think, okay, I agree with that. I do think you need to take your core because you
do need your core.
that you have mastery
That's
of the
true.
content that you're going to teach.
But do you really?
I do. Because let me tell you why. Because it's, and I only will speak for math. But if I had to do language arts, baby, that's not work. That's not for me. I couldn't do it.
But we did that though. We had to do a general knowledge test.
Yeah, and that general knowledge test, that when it got down to that language arts.
You did like a reading.
Well, in Florida, you did general knowledge,
No, we
math,
had-
language arts, and reading.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
had to do
did
that.
for my gays.
And then I'm gonna tell you what, when it came out language arts and reading,
Well, I was poor.
If
You should have did like George. You
if I didn't know the
should
answer,
have
it was
did
C.
a writing. You did a reading comprehension.
And
you
writing.
did a
That
writing.
shit was
you
taking me
the
out.
writing piece
Oh, I
was
passed the right essay the first time.
I passed it the first time, but that
So what's the
reading,
problem?
It was hard as hell. That
But
was
why
reading,
should you
reading.
ELA, I passed the second time and reading, boy, but that thing was a mother, boy.
She talking about that math was hard, but I was in there like,
See,
I wanted to phone
the
a friend
reading,
so
the
bad.
reading and ELA part was really easy.
Super
The language.
easy.
I didn't like
That's-
that shit. That shit take me down.
Well, I like
but
to
that
read,
math,
so.
that math
Reading
problems, I was like, I didn't even need that calculator. I
You just
didn't
gotta
even
read it.
know
It's
I
calculator.
scribble C every time.
See?
But my
That tells
point
you how we
is,
think,
if
though.
you
That tells you what we like.
if you've been to college, I don't see the point in you having to take these different courses. Now, your content, okay, yeah, you need to test to see if you're knowledgeable of that. But to be quite honest, there are a lot of teachers who are not in their specific field. So they're pulling people literally off the street.
Yeah, just like a son.
You
And
were
they-
teaching
and they
social
should.
studies and you teach maath.
and didn't even.
I mean, they didn't
teach,
pull you off. You weren't pulled off the street, but you
why
were.
would they? But we
And
ain't
our
gonna do-
teachers, no man.
We wouldn't worry about it. But the thing is, like, so
What?
it's almost like the
taught math?
same thing with
Can you talk math down there?
They ain't learning.
Oh.
Not one
even
thing.
with substitutes. You know, the substitute in some places you only had to have 2 years of school. So you didn't even
Wow.
like 2 years of schooling. So your
Well,
sophomore year in college, you was
In
eligible
Florida,
to
he had to
substitute.
have a bachelor's degree.
To substitute?
Oh, no, sub was an AA
Yeah,
degree.
you have to in Georgia.
No,
And so,
ma'am.
yes,
Well,
No,
yeah, no,
ma'am.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Say a substitute.
you
You do
for
not.
a para.
That's a
but-
pair. I said substitute. For a substitute,
For
you
a
do not have to be a
substitute
degree.
teacher, you have to have a undergrad degree.
No,
yes,
you do not.
What for what county?
Wait, you do
Pull it
not
up,
have to
'cause
have
that's
one.
not
Because
true.
let me tell you something.
I
Because
started in the county since 20.
for a substitute
20,
teacher,
yes.
you did not have to. You
20,
had to have
24.
90 credit hours. You did not have to have a degree when I started. I'm telling you, I'm not talking about a para.
When you started?
I started right before you.
When? No,
We
baby.
we started
So
together.
you didn't start before me.
No,
'cause
I'm talking
mine
about
say-
me and her.
Mine say 2014.
No, we started together, and
And
to
when
be,
was that?
I don't remember what year that was.
Because
That was
But it was
exactly-
not to be a
Was it?
substitute. You had to
Okay.
have. I keep
Well,
saying
I never
substitute,
did.
not para.
I'm telling you, substitute
They had
2014, you
90
had to
credit
have
hours.
a 4-year degree to be a substitute.
Well, it's a lot of. I'm telling you right now, it's a whole
4-year
lot of
degree?
subs.
Okay,
without
maybe it
without-
changed.
I'm just
I
telling
know
you.
in
When I
Florida-
started, you had to have a 4-year
I know
degree.
in
For
Florida
where
at
we
one
came
time, it was
from,
an AA
90
degree.
credit
And I
hours.
was there where y'all came from.
Well,
2014, you had
so
4
maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. How to become a substitute teacher in Georgia. Earn your high school diploma, find a school district, gain some experience, complete a background check, apply to open substitute positions, remain. That can't be right.
That's,
I thought when I was
every school
It is right.
district is
It's different. Every
different.
You see
district
that
is
son beat that
different.
girl
When
up?
I was in our
That's right.
school district
Accurate.
that I met y'all at in 2014, I'm gonna tell you, in 2014, you had to hold a bachelor's
That is
degree. This ain't
crazy.
nothing that I'm telling. This ain't nothing that I
Well-
heard. This is something that I know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, when we came in,
I did
Y'all
not
mu-
know
okay.
that.
90 credit
It must
hours.
have been a shortage when y'all
it was
came
always.
in.
Yeah, I'm sure it was because it wasn't nothing.
Complete an online application, must have a minimum of 60 semester or 90 quarter hours from a professional standards commission's approved college or
That's it.
university. When we came in, you had to have a bachelor.
No, we did not. That was it. That's where I know that from.
So so let's
In 2014, you had to have
I'm-
one.
That's what I thought.
But I'm
said
telling you,
60
this what I
hours,
read.
90 semester
No,
90
credits.
semester. So if you go to
90
technical,
quarter
yeah,
hou-
90
quarter
quarter
hours.
hours or 60 semester hours.
Okay, so
You could be a para with those hours.
Now you
when I
can't.
came in.
So now you can be
So
a
there are
substitute.
substitute teachers who
Without a
are
degree.
long-term subs that
Yeah.
are teachers
Yeah.
teaching your kids.
that don't and
that
they,
don't
they got
have-
a high school diploma.
Well, they must have a minimum of 60 semester
So
or
they
90 quarter hours.
So you didn't
And
go to
they
school.
aren't certified in the subject.
No, and they can sub.
And they're
they can
subbing.
be long-term subs, and long-term sub is what, over 14 consecutive days. It's
Right.
considered long term for most places. 14
Shoot.
consecutive days, so basically 3 weeks of school. And they can be a long-term sub at the same classroom for the whole year, which means that your child, if you have a long-term sub, I'm not saying that's going to be every sub because some of them are going to hold degrees,
Get it right.
but they will. That means that your child is being taught by somebody who's not certified.
That's substitute teaching. They may not be trying to be a teacher,
And that's
but
the other
a
thing.
teacher, in my opinion, needs to be certified. If I'm going to an accountant, if I'm going to the doctor, if I'm going to get a plumber, everybody's certified. A teacher needs to be certified, and a teacher needs to be paid as handsomely well, just like these other professions that are certified.
But I feel like lowering the requirements to become a teacher is not the response to, it's not the appropriate response to a teacher shortage, which is how it's being positioned.
Well,
It's how that's-
the turnover rate is bad right now.
But it's not making it easier to get into a field that is notoriously underpaid and
they need
overworked.
teachers.
That's not making people come teach. They still gotta pass their content
Do
test.
you know if they lose those students, how much money is going to be gone?
Well, they allowed some teachers
Talk
to
about
come in on a provisional.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Yes.
Some teachers are able to come in on a provisional.
Off the corner and come in and teach.
But
Okay.
even on a provisional, you have to be, even on a provisional, you still had to already have passed your content
Yes.
test. You had to have that.
Some people. I mean,
I'm gonna say what's on
school
paper.
districts do what they want to do.
You're right. If they want,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just tell you what we had to do
If
because
you
I
know
came on a
bingo,
provisional.
and that's
So if
shortage
they
in your
can't,
class, they can
so
put the person that know
Bingo.
bingo in the room.
So if they,
Bingo.
if there's a high turnover with teachers, let's talk about the points or the value of every child in a classroom.
Yeah,
because I don't
right.
think people understand that suspensions make kicking students out of school unless it is a serious
very rare.
It's very
That's
rare
what
because the more bodies that you have in a classroom, that your child is essentially
A check.
That's money.
so.
I mean, that's what it is.
We have the educational school system is not as fluffy and cute as people make it seem.
Right.
This is about money. So
Right.
if you have X amount of students in the class and they don't have a teacher, then you're beginning to lose money. Now when you start talking about maybe special education and gifted, now you're talking about something else, which students are worth money. Additional money if they have, if they're on a
Labels.
spectrum, right? So,
Labels.
yeah, if they're labeled.
Yeah.
So
They wanna
kicking,
label you.
they could pull anybody off the street now.
Damn right.
Yeah. But you know what? Even with that being
Go to
said,
interview with 2 + 2, folks.
I told y'all. Listen, this is the thing.
got a job
And even
today.
with what Joy is saying too, the
check
thing
the
that is
background
really
later.
scary
You go to
is
work.
we are stuffing more and more kids in single classrooms. We're not paying those teachers more. They're not. Sometimes you got more kids than desks. We've seen that literally happen.
Oh yeah, we've been there. It was cool where I met y'all at.
Exactly. And then on top of that, the funding is not there. There's not enough tax money coming into the school. So now the kids ain't even learning what they need to be able to learn, don't have access to the resources because resources equal dollar bills. So we just perpetuate the same situation, the same cycle, and then they want to label the kids so they can increase the revenue because we ain't going to talk about them first 3 count days of every school year.
Oh, they gonna make sure they have those count
Got
days.
to count them.
Bottom
How
line-
many bodies are in the seat?
Oh, they do those
How
count
many
days.
of y'all parents broke and you got free lunch?
Oh, that's over with.
Please sign the. But
That's coming to a halt.
Boy, let me
Oh
tell you.
yeah, the
Hold
way
up.
they want you to sign up for.
Same with
Do you
DEI.
know? Me and my family, we don't qualify for free lunch.
Lord.
The way they used to send their applications home, and I send it right back. Just don't. Why I'm doing this?
I remember one time, boy, I teaching one time, boy, it was so short one day, boy. I was at a middle school in Florida, boy. Boy, a parent came in, boy. It came in to complain about the child, boy. Before I know it, boy, the parent in the classroom teaching.
Come on and stop.
I ain't lying.
When I was a sub, they
I'm
stop
out.
out every day.
You got to be lying.
They came down, it was a little gay dude there, a little kid come down and told me, Mr. Cole.
Why she gotta say what his sexual orientation
Yeah,
is?
that's sweet, boy. Mr. Cole. Yeah, but they don't got so in the class. You gotta go down there. You know, I walk my ass down there. You know,
You gotta be nosy.
I said, damn, sure is. I said,
They got the parent in the
parent
classroom.
in the classroom. Parent ain't got no skills, no nothing. Parent down there beat up one of them kids in the classroom.
Turnover rate is insane.
It's crazy.
Because we don't pay teachers the right amount and you keep adding work. The pay does not commensurate to the work.
Y'all, do you honestly believe that these people are stupid?
No.
They're not. It's
They
a trickle
just
down.
are.
It's a trickle down effect. I've been saying this since season 1. If you don't have qualified, happy, stable teachers in the classroom, then your children are not going to learn. And then the children most likely aren't going to go to either some type of college or trade school.
No,
And then it's just a revolving cycle. If you don't have a student's educator is one of the most important people that they will come across because it can turn them into a direction of ambition and motivation and greatness, or it could turn them into a person that is just another number ready to go into the prison system. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I got so tired of teaching. When the kids come to the classroom, I knew the one that was gonna make it, but the one that wasn't gonna make it, I told them straight up, go on trade school. Go on to school, do something with your hands.
Absolutely.
And make some money that way. I just got to the point now, I'm not finna just kill my brain trying to get this into you when I know that you're not going to be willing to receive it. You don't want it. So it doesn't make sense for you to even keep going on with this here because you already know that you're not going to pass my class.
Ooh, cold, man.
It ain't going.
You never know. One day
That's why I
the
was telling
kid.
to go. I was a terrible teacher. I ain't gonna lie. The last.
You were not
the
a
last
terrible. You were
maybe-
frustrated. I think.
I think the
you're
last
just-
6-7 years
he's
of my
a
teaching, I think I was
Just really
I
frustrated.
became
Disgruntled.
tainted, bad.
Most
And-
teachers do become tainted.
Yeah, I did. It got bad with me. It got to the point. You know what? I'm gonna come in and do the bare minimum.
That's where a lot. I
And that's it.
think it's like an archetype. So it's like the teacher will come in. They're super excited.
Yep.
They want to do everything. They're the cheer coach.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do with the band. Oh, you want to stay afterwards? Let's do a garden. And then, as the years begin, they beat you down to a point where you're just coming in. I am here from this time. I'm at the door before the last kid is out the door.
But when I
The way my bag used to
first
be
came
packed,
that's me.
in, I thought I could save the world.
Okay. Say what?
When I first came in teaching, I thought I could save the world. But I was
That's
happy.
what
I
you're
was
in
ready.
teaching for.
I was gung ho for it, but when I found out the world couldn't be saved,
What you do?
we had to take
You
no
know what?
alternatives now.
And that's a mouthful. That is extremely profound to say that it cannot be saved because we said the children are our future. This is what the world is going to look
Remember
like.
your why.
Everything. Remember your why. My why was because I had bills to pay and kids at my house to feed. And people,
No. Your why was supposed to be for you to do all of the work, be the doctor and
Yeah.
the hairstylist, and
Well,
for you
shit,
to
even
be
teaching- And
that's the
the
problem.
counselor.
My bills still wasn't getting paid.
That part.
I'm still coming up short.
That part.
I had to call my brother. Hey, boy, what you got down
We
here?
got you a
some bags
pizza
down there,
party.
boy?
But that pizza and that dry Chick-fil-A biscuit.
And those jeans on Friday.
The jeans pack,
Snowman in the bottle.
The one you was paying for, the pizza party and the jeans pass you had to pay for.
Pizza party.
We had the pizza party.
Man, I still about 2 of them about to take them home.
So your why was because you needed a paycheck?
Because at the core, it's a job.
That sounded disappointed.
It's a job.
Very
disappointed.
disappointing.
It is teach. I will preach that to the last breath.
I will
It's
preach this
a
to my last
job.
breath. If you do not have a passion for kids to reach kids, as a teacher, you're in the wrong field.
It's still a job. I want kids
That's what
to
I'm doing
succeed.
now.
But at the end of the day,
in the wrong
it
field.
is a job. And I think we need to, and I feel like that's the problem. We
It's
keep
not
telling
just
teachers.
a job. A
It
doctor
is.
just doesn't look at his.
It's a
he
job.
He didn't go 7 years plus.
Fine,
To
he
be
wanted- but at the end of the day,
doctor to
okay.
say it's a job. No,
You know what?
I became a doctor
Then
to
tell them to
save
do it for
lives.
free.
A police officer. Well,
And then now we got to punt the break.
I didn't become an accountant because I wanted money. Yes, the money was a plus, but I love numbers.
But you can't
a
compare
scientist
teachers
is not
to-
studying astronomy because they wanted a job. They like shapes. They like scientific
Sure,
methods.
but
so
at
don't
the end
tell
of
me
the
that
day,
you're becoming
it's a
teacher
job.
because you just want
no.
a job. And that's
No, it's a
just
job.
because it's a job.
It's
a
still a
lot of
job.
our students are sinking.
No, we're sinking because no one is investing in the teachers, and that's the reality. We're not going to. I'm not willing to say. I'm not willing to sell anybody that pipe dream is like, oh, teaching is so wonderful, and everybody should just
It's
love
not
teaching.
wonderful.
It's not. That's not real.
There are wonderful times. It is real.
No, it's not. The reality is, it's still when I go to work.
Wait a minute.
Whether I like what I'm doing, it's still a job.
Wait a minute.
At the core, it's still a job. It's my profession. Because we have to be real. I don't like that whole. I'm not saying,
it's
I'm not
realistic
saying,
for me.
No, I'm not saying.
When I see a child learning,
I love that.
That adds value to me as a teacher. So don't tell me what I'm going to and getting up to every morning. That is my job. But my duty is this is my job, but I have a duty for this job.
That's fine.
I'm not telling anybody that's on their jobs. Don't be telling teachers. I mean, it's a job. That's a bad narrative.
It's not. You can have passion for what you do and still recognize that it is a job.
Teachers like that do not need to be in the
Hey, guess what?
You saying it wasn't no wonderful times. It was a wonderful time.
Yes, we had. What I'm saying is, and what I have always said is, like for me, I love being a teacher, but I didn't like being disrespected. I didn't like being required to or asked to do all those stuff.
I ain't talking about that. What I'm talking about
is, it's still at the core of it. I don't care what profession you compare it to. It's still a job, and I need to have that mentality that I come to work and I am going to give you my 100% when I'm here. And when 4:30 hit, holla.
But in the go ahead.
I just want to say I want to let know about my wonderful time. Because I had some wonderful times in teaching.
Okay.
The wonderful times in teaching that I enjoyed, day off.
Yes, I love you in summer break.
I love that you ain't had to work the whole fucking year.
But what about the kids?
Oh my God.
Okay.
I love the kids. I had a good time. I love teaching.
Joy,
I really do.
Come on, chime in. I know you got something wonderful to say.
Come on, Joy.
I mean,
because it's sinking fast.
It ain't sinking.
In the interim between the 8:30 and the 4:30, yes, it is a job, but what is your? I'm what is your passion in that time?
That part right there.
In between.
That's what I want to say right there. Because when you first come in, your passion is there. And then while your passion is there for the teaching, it's not considered as a job then.
Right.
Because it's you actually come in, because that's how I came in. I loved it. I didn't even see it as a job. Hell, I didn't even care about, I wasn't even, I didn't get man, when 4:30 coming? I didn't look at it like that. It was more like, every child that came in, I just feel like I can save every last one of them.
Yes.
Until I found out they all couldn't be saved.
Yeah.
And then is that when you're saying it becomes a job?
That's when it becomes a job.
It is, but I'm saying we need to be realistic. Yes, you should. Like y'all know, I would teach today. I really do enjoy being a teacher. I like teaching, because I have to be realistic. At the end of the day, I still got 2 kids at my house. I got 1 about to go to college. I still have bills to pay. And I need something that I'm going to be able to still have passion about that is going to sustain my lifestyle. Teaching ain't it.
But is it a job?
It's a job. It's
just said out your own mouth.
I love it, but it's not for passion. No, I didn't. I still would do
not say that?
because I would teach for free. I would not work for free.
Wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
I'm gonna give you a
I was tutoring for free already.
But you still getting paid.
No, I was not.
I mean, you wouldn't get paid for tutoring, but you was getting a paycheck early on.
No, I was not.
I'm gonna give you
every time I tutored, it was free.
I'm not talking about getting a check for tutoring. You was coming to them folks' job.
That's right, to the job for my check, and I tutored for free. That was fine. I would teach for free.
Can I give you an example? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Joy.
Go ahead, sir.
No, I'll get you in there.
That ain't teaching, that's tutoring.
Thank you.
That was me teaching because I set my tutoring up like it was a class. That was me teaching. That is teaching.
That's tutoring.
That's teaching. I was teaching. I had lessons and I planned for those kids every single day, 5 days a week. And that's why I recognize it's a job, because I was doing all of those things and doing all that going above and beyond, and my check was the same.
Her chair got misaligned.
I read a chair a long time ago.
What I was trying to say. Y'all are crashing out real bad down there. It's my favorite word. What I was trying to say is that a perfect example for people that are in the arts, people that are musicians, entertainers.
Yes.
sometimes starting out, you don't get paid enough.
Right.
And then 10 years later, you're still not getting paid enough. But you continue to do it because you have the passion for it.
Yes.
Like, there have been times that I have done a show, and this was many years ago, but I was paid $15 for it. And I absolutely loved doing the show. And it wasn't even about the money. I would literally do it for free.
Yes.
There are certain things that I would literally
Yes.
do for free. So it becomes a job when, as an educator, you're just beaten down.
Correct.
Is that what you're saying? Or you're saying that you have, like,
You have to be realistic.
so there's no passion?
No, I'm not, and I keep saying that. No,
Okay.
I'm not saying there's no passion.
Okay.
You are
'Cause I'm
passionate.
confused 'cause I
I
ain't
keep
got the
saying it.
message yet.
I'm saying, don't lose sight of the fact that you still come in there and you have your requirements, the things that you are contractually obligated to do.
So don't do more than...
Anything outside of that is you doing work for free, correct?
Okay, I can understand
Okay,
that.
so you would not do that any other place
Okay, I get what
without
you're... Okay.
additional compensation for the extra work that
So
you're
you're
doing.
saying
teachers do and do
But
and
I
do
hear what
and
you.
do. No, but let
I
me
hear
finish.
what
That's
you're
all.
saying, but
So-
you still
no,
saying
you're
that
not
it's
listening,
a
though.
job.
It
You just
is-
shouldn't have a passion
Okay,
for it. Like,
let me
I'm
ask you.
still
Let me ask you this
confused
question.
on
Do
that
you get a
piece because that
paycheck
been
for
my argument.
your? Do you get a
I
paycheck
get
for
up
teaching?
every day because teachers love to do what they do. I have a passion for my job, and that's anybody that
Okay,
get up.
so
when
stop
you
taking
get
a check.
up in the morning,
Stop taking a check.
it
for
ain't about a check. It's a blessing to get up every morning and earn a paycheck and doing absolutely what you love to do.
That's fine.
When it becomes miserable, stop.
What I said,
That's
and
what
that's
I'm
fine.
saying.
But I
When
didn't
it's no
say.
longer a passion for you, stop. Nobody should be getting up just to get a paycheck.
Nah, I
That
did
is
that.
a miserable.
No,
That
it's-
is a
you
miserable
can have,
feeling.
You can have a
No,
passion for the thing that you do and still
tears the first
understand that this is a job. This is
Next.
what I'm doing for a living. You can have both understandings.
Okay,
I
we
love
agree to
being a
disagree.
teacher. I love being a teacher. I like teaching. That I enjoy it. I enjoyed my students. I miss them. I still go see about them. I still check
Okay.
in with them years later.
But that's
at
not
the
what
end of the day,
But that's not what you're
but
corresponding.
no. That's what I'm saying. Is that is me
Making my
still
knees
being
hurt.
invested. What I'm saying is, don't lose sight of the fact that you signed a contract. That contract has obligations. And outside of those obligations, you might want to pump your brakes because in 2, 3 years, 5 years, you're going to be tapped out.
I think just to kind of bring it to a point that you're saying teachers, you work from 8:30 to 4:30.
Yes.
You have, let's say, 10 things to do within your contract that you are required to do.
20.
Okay, 20.
37.
50 things to do within your contract that you are obligated to do. And then admin gives you another 50. That other extra 50, what you're saying, should not be something that teachers take on. Like you are not, like, it's a job.
Out there
You are
trash.
not there, the trash, right? You are not there to be the emotional dumping ground
Correct.
for the children's problem.
Right.
Like you can do that, but you have to have boundaries
Yes,
as a teacher.
you definitely got to do that.
It's a job. Like
Correct.
if you're a therapist, you have boundaries.
Yes.
If you're a physician, you have boundaries because it is a job. I'm not your friend.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, but it
Okay.
doesn't mean that you
The
don't have
details not
passion.
supporting the main idea.
That's still not you. That's
right.
not, all those things don't mean that you don't have a passion for it. It means that I am not going to bend over backwards and negate the other parts of my life or continue to just give and not recognize that it is a job.
So with the job, you don't put so much emotional emphasis.
You can, but you have to have boundaries. You have to stop, because what happens is you reach burnout. You reach to the point where you're like, I'm not doing, and that's why we have a shortage. I truly believe that is why.
Yeah, teacher burnout is real.
I truly believe that is why we don't have enough teachers today, because they are quitting, leaving, and dying because
The passion is gone. That's the whole point. That is the main idea. Teachers already know the income to be a teacher. You know it's not going to be I'm getting rich. You already know that you're walking into a job that you're not going to be successfully paid. Let's keep it funky. You already know that. So don't tell me that a teacher, you have to love to teach, to become a teacher. Other than that, you're doing it as just a job, and you're going to be miserable.
If that's the job I want to do, what's wrong? Like, I don't see anything wrong with being a teacher and having the understanding. I love doing this job, but still having understanding I'm doing the things I'm obligated to do.
So what does that look like? Does that mean that you're not passionate about
I'm
teaching?
passionate between 8:30 and 4:30. And I'm passionate about the kids in my classroom. And I'm passionate about these 35 kids in this room in this moment. I'm passionate
but that's
about
what I'm saying.
success.
Earlier you said it's not about passion.
No, I
it's just a job.
No, I didn't. It is just a job, and I am only passionate when I am here. Outside of that, it's still outside of me caring about my students, it is still just a job. It don't matter what else you're saying. It's still a job. You still collecting a check. You still have a contract with obligations that you must meet in order to maintain that job.
Early on in the conversation, Rose, you said I became a teacher because I had 2 kids at home and I need to earn a paycheck.
I said yes. I said it's a job, and this is. She said, "What's your why?" And I said, "My why is I got 2 kids at home, and
that's your motivation.
That's my motivation. So I have my kids."
So
okay, that clears that up. Just change the word motivation. That's all.
Okay, right.
That's it.
But your motivation is they are your kids.
They are my kids.
Oh.
Because I wouldn't show up at basketball games. I wouldn't be at softball games on the weekends. I wouldn't be tutoring them kids for free. I wouldn't be sitting there making sure they had book bags, books, lunches, and snacks, paying for people to go on field trips. I wouldn't have been doing hair. I wouldn't have been paying for all sorts of stuff if I didn't. None of that is in my contract.
Right.
I wouldn't have been a cheer coach. None of that was in my contract.
Right.
That was because I cared and I wanted to see them succeed.
So is that under the umbrella of job, or is
that's your passion showing through? But that's the shit that burns you out.
Okay, so that's the stuff that teachers don't need to do.
They
extra.
don't do that. Don't. Because for what? Because you're done. When you start, we have 130, 140 kids. There's almost only so much you can do. And like Coleman said, you can't save them all.
That's true.
So you have to be realistic. It's a job. And when you get in your head, it's a job, it doesn't mean you don't have passion or love for what you're doing.
It's just that you're not, you have boundaries.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's within a job, you have boundaries.
Correct.
Teachers don't have boundaries.
No. That's why they just say, yes, dump more trash on me. Just give me more shit to do. Yes, I will do the door decoration.
Doing whatever they told, and you ain't getting no increase on your check.
Nothing. And no bonus.
And no matter how much snitching you do on other teachers, you ain't getting no increase on your check.
Nope. No matter how many IEPs you do.
So why not just work together and just try to help build a community within the school, whatever hallway y'all
because a lot of
together,
teachers
and just
are
work
scared.
together.
A lot of teachers are scary.
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah, a lot of teachers like see other teachers getting
that part.
a good report with the children too.
Yeah.
That's another conversation. I ain't gonna go with that though, but.
Okay.
My motivation was to take care of my kids at home too, but after further review, my kids, y'all have to find y'all job around here. Y'all have to go work.
I get the hell out.
Go ahead and close this out, Coleman, please.
All right. Thank you for watching The Real Teachers of Atlanta. You can find us on all platforms: Facebook,
TikTok,
Twitter, YouTube, whatever platform is available out there. I'm sure that we're on the Instagram, TikTok, as long as TikTok remains in the U.S. We thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'm Mr. Coleman, and
you can find me at Joya A. Carter on Instagram.
You can find me at IM_Nikki D on all platforms.
You can find me at Ty P. Smith.
All right, and you can find Mr. Coleman on sincerely_Coco at Instagram. Thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a great, wonderful
day.
Well, it's nighttime right now.
Year.
Life in this world.
Bye. Bye.
Woo!
Doing my job.
Dre, boy, you was gone over there for a minute, boy.